Okay. I guess this is like take 8 of me trying to record this, seeing as I drowned myself out with the game audio the last time. If you're wondering if I have severe brain damage, I do. um, but, despite that, I'm still going to try to do this. Okay, so let's talk about Domino's abilities, which I am now very familiar with since I just did this whole thing. Okay, so Domino's Awakened ability is completely useless. You don't need it. Basically, since Domino reduces the opponent's ability accuracy, every time they fail to activate one of their abilities because of that, they take a little bit of damage. It's useless unless Domino is an Alliance War boss and that damage is magnified, and then, it's a lot. Okay, let me turn this down just in case I drown myself out again. Okay. So her first ability is her probability field. It's just a passive, so you don't actually have to do anything about this. Basically, when the fight starts, Domino gains extra crit rating and the opponent loses some. The opponents also lose 15% ability accuracy. Every time one of Domino's abilities fail to trigger, she gains some more ability accuracy for 8 seconds. Who cares? Domino's bleeds can be crit bleeds, meaning they do a lot more damage, so that's good. And opponents' bleeds on Domino have a 50% chance to be shrugged off after 1 second, which is actually pretty useful if you get bled. Domino's first light attack and her first medium attack both use her pistols, which means they don't actually make contact with the enemy. So, if you're fighting on a Psychic Thorns node, you won't take any damage back for those first 2 hits, and it can be pretty useful. All of her attacks benefit from a random amount of extra attack rating and critical damage, and if you happen to roll the maximum amount of both, you'll place a stun on the opponent, which is pretty useful. So a lot of the time when you're using Domino, you'll just find she just starts stunning people, and it's pretty good. All right, Domino's heavy attacks, if the opponent is stunned, they do a little bit more damage, pretty easy. When Domino blocks, she has a chance to roll a certain amount of extra block proficiency. It's completely selected at random, just like the extra crit rating and attack rating. And because of this extra block proficiency, sorry, I can't speak, I don't know English, she can sometimes get a perfect block, actually a lot of the time. You'll notice when I fight Winter Soldier after that a lot of Domino's blocks, she'll take no damage, which is very useful in a whole bunch of fights. She also gains a little bit of power if she gets a perfect block. Who cares? So when Domino fills a bar of power, she has a 30% flat chance to become lucky. It's that little green clover icon that you'll see under her. And 25% of her current combo meter is also added to that chance. So, I guess if she has a combo of 280 or higher, 25% of that is 70. So I imagine she'd have a 100% chance to make herself lucky. Don't quote me on that, though. And for the unlucky passive, which is like the little red clover, that has there's a 30% chance for that to happen, and the opponent's combo meter affects that chance too, except they should never have a combo meter, so don't worry about that. Skill champions are always unlucky, and tech champions are never unlucky, so just remember that. So her lucky passive increases her crit rating, her critical damage rating, gives her a little bit more ability accuracy, a little bit more block proficiency, gives her a 10% chance to evade attacks, which, in my opinion, is incredibly annoying, because, there's nothing worse than trying to parry someone, and then, your character just evades back, and you end up taking a combo to the face, because, you didn't know you were going to evade back, so that's really stupid. Stuns on her expire faster, if she's lucky, and there's a higher chance that she'll select a higher roll for crit rating, block proficiency, and attack rating when she's lucky. The unlucky passive reduces the opponent's crit rating and their crit damage rating. It also reduces their critical resistance, so you can do more. It takes off 35% of their ability accuracy, which is huge. Reduces their block proficiency. And it gives a 100% chance for evades and dexes to fail. So, no more annoying evades from Spider-Verse champions. And that's also why when you fight a Domino and you become unlucky, you have to block the special one. Because if you try to dex it, you'll just take it right to the face and die. So, keep that in mind. Who cares about the last one? Okay, her special attack 1 has a 25% chance to inflict bleed, dealing, quite a bit of damage over 7 seconds. If she's lucky, and she uses her special 1, it refreshes any bleeds that are currently on the opponent and any stuns. So that could be useful if you chain it off of, a special 3 or something. And if the opponent is unlucky and you use the special 1, you gain more attack rating based off of every second that's gone by since you last used a special attack. I never play with that in mind. It really doesn't matter. You'll just benefit from that, quietly. Yeah, that's about it. And by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned, you can be lucky and the opponent can be unlucky at the same time. That happens quite frequently. Her special attack 2, 25% chance to deal a lot of damage, about 3 times more than the special 1 bleed. This is over 7 seconds as well. If she's lucky, and she's been bled this fight, she gains a little bit more attack as well. And if the opponent is unlucky, Domino's special 2 places a taunt on them, which reduces their attack and gives a 70% higher chance that they'll throw a special. So, if you're trying to bait out special 2 and the AI isn't throwing it, if you place a taunt on them, there's quite a strong chance they'll throw it. And as far as her special 3 goes, this hits like a truck, especially as the fight goes on for longer, I'll explain in a minute. So basically, 74% chance to inflict a massive bleed over 7 seconds. If Domino is lucky, the attack does 75 more damage for every critical hit that occurred this fight by either Domino or her opponent, up to a max of 100. So the longer the fight goes on, the more damage you'll do, because Domino crits a lot. So you should max that out pretty fast. And if the opponent is unlucky and you use the special 3, it inflicts an armor break and removes one of their armor ups. Pretty useless, doesn't really matter. So, a great strategy with Domino is to throw the special 3, get a massive crit bleed if you get lucky, and then try to refresh that with a special 1. So, they have to take it for longer. All right. So now I'll go into Winter Soldier and just show off, how to use her a little bit, if I can remember where to go. All right, special quests. All right. So her synergies are already lined up here since I tried to record this before, but, failed. So we'll just go through these quickly. Red Deadpool he's like a premium character. You can't really have him unless you bought that $6.99 starter pack when you first started playing. So a lot of people might not have him. That's fine. All he gives is he gives Domino an extra 10% damage against champions that aren't female or robots. And seeing as Winter Soldier is not female or a robot, we'll use him here for a little bit of extra damage. Deadpool X-Force gives Domino a 10% higher chance to become lucky every time she gets a well-timed block. That can be useful, I suppose. Old Man Logan and Sabretooth give her an extra chance to be lucky every time she dashes back and dodges an attack. That's all right. Massacre is one of the most useful synergies Domino has. Massacre and Red Hulk and Domino together make the Flaming Trinity. It's one of the strongest synergy teams in the game. Basically, Massacre makes all of Domino's debuffs last a second longer. So parries are going to last a lot longer, and it gives you time to, you can get off 2 combos if you play carefully. And her bleeds are also going to last a lot longer, which is, just huge, seeing as that's where a lot of Domino's damage comes from. Red Hulk lets Domino's heavy attack apply a huge incinerate based on the damage that the heavy attack actually did. And that damage is dealt over 2 seconds, except because we have Massacre as well, it's at 3 seconds, so it's even more. All right. So let's go in. Alright, we're going to have the class advantage here, so, you know, it's a little bit extra damage. Alright. Hopefully I don't screw this up. Okay, so a lot of the time you just want to parry and heavy. And you can see Domino just keeps getting perfect blocks, which is, you know, amazing. And there, look, she got a stun right off the bat because she rolled high crit damage or crit rating and attack, which is, you know, pretty cool. Just block that. Try a cool backdraft intercept there. Cool, that actually worked. Dodge this. I'll try to do a special 3 and then refresh it with the special 1 if I can. Alright. Come on, throw it. Thank you. Alright, let's just let him throw this special 1. Come on. Whatever. I'll just throw it. Perfect bonus, because I'm perfect. Not really. Alright. So, you know, this would obviously do a lot more if the fight had gone on for longer, as we get more crits. But you can see there's a crit bleed right there, dealing 6,000 damage per tick, which is just huge. I can try to refresh that if I get there fast enough, and I did not. I suck, but whatever. You know, had I managed to refresh that bleed, we would have seen that 6,000 ticking a lot more. Let's use some heavy attacks. None of these are critting. It's kind of sad. Getting to show off her damage here. Let's see if we can get a big crit. Nope. But, you know, even a non-crit, look at that decent right damage. You know, 3,000 per half second is huge. Just this special 2. Look at that. Look at that. She's an amazing character. I fully recommend you rank 5 her if you have one. Some people say that you don't need to rank 5 Domino since she can already clear content super fast at, you know, rank 3 or rank 4. But those people are stupid. You know, some of you may know Adam. Adam suggests that you don't rank 5 Domino, but he's dumb, so don't listen to anything he says. I would fully rank 5 her if you can. She's just an amazing champion. I hope this video managed to help some people. I probably talked way too fast, and so probably no information was actually gained. But, you know, hopefully in a bit I'll look back on this video and just laugh at how bad it is. But yeah, until then.